G'day all and welcome back to Tom's Brook Farm. Yesterday, without the camera on, I kept cleaning the shed. So I got the scrap metal pile nice and neat. See if I can overlay an image here to show you what it was before and now. So much better, so neat. That is all scrap metal to go to our rock, our scrap metal pile. So I'll do that probably when I have somebody else on the farm, so we can put it on the back of a ute and then take the telehandler out. And yeah, so I've got all that to sort of deal with and try and make a bit nice and neater. But the first job today is to grab Louis, and I got to go down. We're building a house, so the plumber, they're all done there now, but they didn't do the leach drains. We asked them not to, so we're going to do them a bit later on in the build. So I need to go and move all the shingles from one side of the house to the other, otherwise all the other tradies will get annoyed at him. So I've got to go and do that. After that, we'll then go and grab Grove and do a service on that. I've got to blow the radiator out. I did a bit of work on that yesterday in the paddocks, getting ready for gravel and making roads, and all the stubble and dust has gone into the radiator and it overheated on the way back. So I'll show you that, and I'll learn how to try and get the radiators open in there and blow them out. Yeah, let's have some fun. That's all I'm moving. Shouldn't be too bad. At least I got the loader. Won't have to shovel it all. So this is our this is our house site. So we've got the nice tall trees all around, and that's from, there was a shed here, and a guy by the name of Ray Hatton used to live in the shed back in the 70s. So we tore that down. We did use it for a machinery shed at one point. But yeah, no, we tore that down, and then we're building the house. So it should be quite the house. And then, because there's no power around here, we're going off grid. So we're doing solar, batteries and generator. So over there we've got our genset room, our battery room, and also that's another little spot to have a gym in there. We've got gonna have a pool there. So no, it's all very exciting. It's all happening and getting built. And yeah, don't know how long it's going to take, but it'd be nice if it was done before harvest, but definitely won't be. But we've got a good outlook, so. Time to move some shingles. Done. Now to get this back to the shed, have a cheeky smoko, and then service Grover and go do some grading. Time to service a grader. Blow that radiator out. Got Sander here from PTS Ag. He's doing the 2,000 hour service on our Agrifac. It's quite an involved one, so he's got that sorted, and then at a later date we've got to change all the pins and bushes and the rubbers on the back of the boom there, so that'll be at a later date when they get that stuff in. So not sure if you can see, but over there is a whole bunch of stubble that's been caught up on the radiator, so we're just going to blow all that down, get it off, just so that we can have the engine breathe a bit better. So according to the user manual, it's quite simple. Just undo these, get it out, this flips open and you can access the radiator. Easy on this side. We'll get this side undone. I'll show you why it's not going to be easy on the next side. So with that open, we can now see all the stubble that was getting on my radiator. Just there. And that's why I need to clean that off. Now I'll show you why this side is not going to be that easy. Fire suppression. Got to take the whole thing off to get to that. So I'm thinking I might just take this panel off and then I can access the radiator and give it a nice good clean. So, see all that? That needs to come off. That's why it overheated yesterday. Because I can't get in front of the radiator, I can't blow that through, so I'm just going to make sure I blow it down, get it off. Because if I try and blow it through, all I'm going to do is block it up. So I'm just going to blow along the side of it, along the edge, and get it as clean as I can. So that was fairly blocked, so next time I do that, I reckon what I'll do is take all these bolts off and then I can clean it, the whole radiator properly from that way. Now to get it all back together. Done. Before I can go get an engraver and go do a bit of track preparation for the gravel, I've just got to go down to the house again. I had the builder call me and he informed me that next week the chippies are coming to go put some walls up, so it's very exciting news, can't wait for that. But while I was there this morning, I told him that there was a crack in the concrete and he just wants me to go and have a look at it, take some photos and send it to him to see if it's a concern or not. And whilst I was there, I figured I should grab my fire unit, bring that back to the shed, so that's back there for if we need it, wash down gear, or hopefully not, but we can use it for a fire. So let's go see what this crack is and how big it is. So there's the crack, you can see it runs the whole way along past our bathroom and then up here. So take some photos, take some measurements and let him know. He can determine if it's bad or not. Just going to give my windows a quick clean because they are a bit dirty and it makes it hard to see what I'm doing as we're going along. Now I can see out my windows, see my blade. Perfect. So this is one of the tracks that I'm wanting to really focus on and get better. So this track is 2.8 kilometers from the start here all the way up to the other end, and it's one of our main tracks for transporting everything on. And essentially what's happening is it's getting blown out in a lot of spots. We've put a lot of gravel in those holes. You'll see as we go along there's gravel in these holes, and I'm just wanting to come along because it's quite uneven along the whole lot. So I'm just going to come along with a grader and just try and smooth it out a little bit. And the other thing is this track is basically 3 meters wide and all my gear is 3 meters wide, which is for our controlled traffic. So I'm just going to push both sides out just a little bit more just to make it a bit wider so that we're not running over crop. And I'm hoping that also gives me a bit of a base, a bit of an edge to push gravel up to when making a road. Works good in theory, we'll see if it works good in practice. So we'll jump in the grader and get going. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just leaving that over there because I don't need to bring any of that over. We're going to gravel that, but this is that bit higher and I want the road to come to here. So I'm just taking this edge slightly out, and also when we get up here where the chase is really sunk down, it'll take the stuff from the center, bring it back into where the wheel tracks were. So this is one of the blowouts that we fixed, well, kind of fixed. Just put some more gravel in it, and yeah, it's much better now, and hopefully it'll be much better once we get a whole road along this 2.8 k's. On my way back down, all I've done is quite literally just take that little scraping of dirt and just moved it to the side. Same on this side, and all I'm doing that is just to get that idea of where the road's going to go to, just flatten that edge out there so it's not ridged. And then these real wheel ruts that we're going in now, I'll fill them with gravel. I don't want to bring the sand back in and fill it into the hole, because I just feel that if I do that, then it'll break away when the tractors just go driving on it. So I prefer to just leave them empty. They're compacted at the moment, and then when we get gravel on there, they should stay nice and compacted and strong. So yeah, just trying to avoid a brand new road breaking out after the first wet day we get and we drive on it. We'll see if it works or not. I've got the grader, so I can fix it later on once if we have that issue. Blowing the radiator out seems to work. I've been keeping an eye on it. We're not doing heavy work, so it's not stressing the engine out at all. But at least the temp's down, and I'm glad that we looked at the back there and got all that dust and chaff out. Yeah, the poor engine would have been struggling to breathe. Finished up doing that track, that little bit of whiting I was doing. So on my way out, I thought I'd just come in here and just quickly give this one a grade. It was a bit corrugated. This will get more gravel as well, but just thought I'd give it a tidy up for now. And then after this, I'm going to go do a chemical stock take just for our records, and then that way for doing the budget the next week or two, we know what chemical we need to buy and how much of it, and yeah, just get a bit better idea of what we've got on farm. Finished grading the road. That's all nice now. I'm just coming along and just smoothing this edge out if we want to make it wider for an airstrip or something like that. And this used to have trees growing on it. And there we go. The joys of trees. Oh. Grader pulled it out nicely. So I've got to do the chemical stock take now. I've got my trusty notepad. This is where we keep all our shuttles. This is just mostly Roundup at the moment. A little bit of Treflin out the back there. And we've got our paraquat as well. We've still got a lot more of our pre-seeding chems to come. They'll come in the next month or so. And this breezeway will be nice and full. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll turn the camera off because it's not that exciting. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will catch you guys next week.